Good. I think so. Are there any other questions before we move on to our next meeting?
So, as you mentioned about the career path, so this question is on GP, and as you started from the analyst, and now you are project manager. So I want to know why you have this change, and what's the normal path for the analyst?
So the detailed answer to that is, we did a consulting project that ended up talking to the development team on a new product. And being Dutch, I am not shy giving you my opinion. And there was no sugarcoating anything. So this is bad, this is crap, this doesn't work, why don't you do that? And they basically turned around and said, well, since you have such glorious opinions, I'll let you fly to San Francisco and go fix it. It's not like, whatever. Took about 6 months, but I did eventually get on a big blue plane and San Francisco. Right, so some of it is, I made a bit of a joke out of it, but some of it is not being afraid to speak out and looking for opportunities. But I had no idea what product management was.
Is recorded in the building. While this is being verified, please.
We planned for it.
Yes.
Do we wait for that? Or so anyways, I'll just finish my answer very briefly with it. So I didn't have any idea what product management was when I started doing product management. That's probably a flaw in my character more than anything else. I should actually think about what this is. But what appealed me in it is that you potentially get to drive what a product looks like and what it becomes, and you get to kind of make it what you think it needs to be. The typical path is to look for opportunities, like I said. You start a job, and believe it or not, people are always happy if you help them improve something.
Even if like your answer at first.
Correct.
And they might actually going to be happy.
They might kind of show resistance, right? But people typically are happy if you have suggestions and help with things.
One more question from a professor, but on behalf of the student audience here. So, does Oracle Application User Group support, let's say, student internships, let's say in analytics or in, of course, IT technology? And what are the channels that students can, in fact, apply for some internships or, in fact, jobs after certain IT and analytics type programs?
I think I can take that one. We'll go a little bit into detail at lunch on this.
That's your, okay, then I'm taking back.
Okay.
I'll do that until lunch. This is better arrangement then.
No worries.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, so I believe this forum is there with our college, Karachi History. So are you doing similar forums with other colleges also? And if that's the case, then so many students will be collaborating with this forum. And how does it help different colleges with you coming along, and meeting like different people, different students across different colleges? So how this differentiates in terms of catching?
I think I'll let James maybe take
I volunteer. This is actually our second forum. We did this at Penn State, the Erie Satellite Campus last year, and it was a very, very successful pilot program. And what we realized is that there's a lot of opportunities with universities that are not only teaching Oracle to their student body, but also consuming Oracle applications and technology at the university to create this network. And what we're looking for is leveraging connections with the Oracle Academy and Oracle Learning to plot out where our next universities will be engaged. So this is going to be something that we know is popular and trendy and now successful thanks to everyone in this room, which enables the interest of the OAUG to support this event moving forward. You had one more question in there.
I'm actually going to take that. So I'm from Oracle Academy, so we're Oracle's premier philanthropic program. We work with high schools, community colleges, and universities. We are a $3 billion program. We support 2 million students globally, and we I worked with James to select Cal State East Bay, because Cal State East Bay, I don't know if you're aware, I've been working with Professor Z for a very long time, and you guys are one of our premier partners because you guys have a lot of Oracle technologies embedded into your program across e-business suite, across the business analytics. We actually worked 4 years ago, Professor Z and I worked with our big data team, our analytics team to actually work through and on the development and implementation of your curriculum. So you guys are kind of one of our pilot schools. So James, Denise, my boss and I are going to look at our next schools as we're going to identify our Oracle Academy schools that we're going to look to see what we're going to work with. And how we're going to do that is they have to be Oracle Academy members, which means that we provide your software and your curriculum to use in your classroom. So what that means is through my program is we give you the software and to use in your classroom for free. So that means that the curriculum that JP's teams and the other Oracle teams develop and give to the Oracle customers, like our users groups and the partners that implement them represent, that take them and use in the workplace or in our customers. We give them to you to use in your classroom and for the professors to use in their research projects for free. So when you go out and look for your jobs and in those workplaces, you have those Oracle skills to be able to take to those employers. So we selected you as a pilot campus because you are already learning those skills in your classrooms across multiple programs in the business school in particular and across multiple disciplines.
And then just to add to that, Doug will be going into more about our job board and how we've been implementing and really releasing that out. It's a pretty good program. One of the sort of subgroups that we have in our organization is called Emerging Leaders. And I think it's really important for all of you we will be giving to the university a one-year membership. So all of you as students can take advantage of the membership. You'll be getting more instructions on how that'll work after the event through Dr. Z. But the Emerging Leaders program is an opportunity for all of you as you start to get into the professional world to really be able to continue growing your network. And this is another one of the reasons why we want to do this for you. That realization of the need that you're going to suddenly have of having a broad network of people that are coming across the same kinds of challenges you are, it's critical. And this whole group, it's the whole age bracket of folks that you guys are in are going to want that really connecting to help each and every one of your careers move forward. So that's a really great program that I really invite each of you to explore further. What we'll do is work with our membership department to do a webinar for all of you who will make sure you guys get invitations to it. But we'll make sure that there's the chair of that particular committee is there to talk to you on how you might want to volunteer and get involved. So OAUG is an all-volunteer-led community globally, but it is a great way for those of you who are just getting into your professional careers to start building that network that will literally take you through to retirement. And I mean that literally. People that I met even 25 years ago when I started at Oracle, I am still working with to this day. And it's a very valuable friendship, partnership, and working relationship that is critical. So Emerging Leaders out of OAUG, I think is something really great for you guys to I know we've got a lot of great programming for you guys still to go, so I think we're going to break. You guys can pull these folks aside if it's in between and ask questions if you'd like to. All right, so next up we've got a data capital and how to avoid data bankruptcy, and that's going to be delivered by JP in room 307A, which is right across the aisle here. And then we also have coming up right now a interviewing for an IT position, which is going to be presented by Doug, and that will be in this room. Next few sessions that we have coming up is data and how it drives business in your career today. That will be presented by Mohan. this room, and then we have the data integration, on-premise versus cloud, and everything in between, which is going to be presented by Liz, and that is in room 307. And then we will end up our day back in this room for lunch and for a little bit of a wrap-up, telling you just a little bit more about some of the benefits that OAUG has. So with that, I wish all of you a great morning, get some great information, don't hesitate to ask questions, and thanks for being here. So go enjoy your day, get some great info.
Right.